Okay, I'm labeling this video when zero doesn't always mean zero. It's about carbon monoxide detectors and what they show. In the screen, there are 3 carbon monoxide detectors I just bought several days ago. They're brand new, out of the boxes, fresh, shouldn't have any age-related issues. The one on the far left, the black one that's smaller, is a professional grade carbon monoxide detector. You can wear it on your body if you're a furnace repairman or whatever. Anyways, it accurately measures carbon monoxide from 0 to 999 parts per million. If it says 5, it means 5. If it says 10, it is 10. The middle one is a very common one. I love it because it's got a digital readout, but you're going to see here in this video that it's going to read 0 even when there's carbon monoxide in the area, as evidenced by the detector on the left. Nothing against the company. If you read all the instruction manuals that come with these carbon monoxide detectors, most of them will say they will not start their alarm system until at least 30 parts per million. So we'll watch how this goes. I'm in a improvised carbon monoxide chamber right now. The one on the far right that's reading 70, that's not 70 parts per million carbon monoxide. It actually tells you the temperature, which would be useful, like, around the kitchen or whatever, and then it will start alarming once it gets to 30 or 40. God bless them all. All the manuals are right. The thing is, sometimes they don't send an audible alarm until it's been an hour at a certain high range. And if you look at the manuals, they'll all tell you that. So I'm not downplaying any of these detectors. I'm just saying, if you're a scientist like me and want accuracy, I carry the one on the left around me. Whenever I travel, I've got that puppy there. I had one before and it was needed to be recalibrated, and it's actually easier to probably buy a new one than have it sent back for recalibration. So I always travel with one. It's amazing in some motels that you can get things bouncing around 15 to 20 depending on where you are. Are you near the pool? Are you near the heater for the pool? Now I'm going to stop talking soon because the carbon monoxide level is going to start rising here shortly, and I want you to just watch. But I've titled this "When Zero Doesn't Always Mean Zero." So like if you have a detector like the one in the middle, be aware that it's not going to be telling you between 0 and 30 or so. I think this video shows it starts reading at 40 because the amount of carbon monoxide is increasing rather rapidly. So I'm going to actually stop talking and I'll just let you watch the thing. And the other thing is the numbers won't coincide with each other, because remember, the one on the left is very accurate. The one in the middle is a very household, very common one. It's running off electricity right now. It's plugged into the wall. And the one on the right has some batteries, but it would be the less accurate. And then I can't control airflow, and they're kind of close together, so they're not going to get equal breaths from the CO that's starting to affect them. But notice the one on the left now, it's went to 5, then it went to 4, 3. It's detecting something. So I'm going to just be quiet, but this thing runs for 29 minutes. But I just want to show you the comparison. Obviously the one on the left is, it's reading 6, 7. I'm going to be quiet now. 0 doesn't always mean 0, but all those manufacturers are very true. Their manuals are very accurate. But if you're a scientist, you want something that's accurate from 0 to 999. There's a lot of accidents. There's about 400 people a year die in the United States from accidental carbon monoxide poisoning. I'm going to be quiet. Just watch the numbers. You'll notice the detector on the right is now reading 33 parts per million. It changed from a temperature reading to what it's detecting. Great job. Oh, and there's the middle one. Started at 40 something. So again, I'll say, please don't compare the absolute numbers. I could not control airflow to the devices. This was very passive, and who knows, one detector might be getting more airflow than others, but they're all doing a very good job. And my take-home message here is the ones that you buy, even at Walmart, do a great job. Just read the operating manual so you know that when does it start alarming. Some of them take a number of minutes and sometimes maybe an hour at a certain level before an audio alarm is triggered. A lot of them have a button that's will tell you the peak level that it's seen, sometimes in the last 24 hours, or the peak level ever. That's kind of fun to have, or important to have if you're gone, or you're at night, you're sleeping, and then in the morning you wake up and you want to say, I wonder how high this thing detected while I was sleeping. Okay, so they're all doing a good job, but maybe my take-home message is some of them, especially the more common household ones, will read 0 all the way up to maybe 30 and a little higher, depending on how fast the level is rising. And the other thing I got to say, excuse me, is my improvised carbon monoxide chambers doing a pretty good job generating carbon monoxide and showing us the absolute values, and that's parts per million. But again, do not try this at home. This is not something that anybody should try. Okay, I'm just going to let it run because it actually runs. It's at about 15, 16 minutes right now. It runs another 15 minutes, close to 30 minutes, so you can see how this works. And I think at the end it starts going down. But the key is, you don't compare the three machines and say one's better than the other, because I couldn't control airflow. But obviously, they're all agreeing that it's increasing. So I've got a chamber here that's taking me up in carbon monoxide parts per million, all the way from 0 to now, who knows what level I should call this. One's saying 60, one's 106, and one's 80. Again, it might be airflow. Kind of fun to make. Do not try this at home ever. Well, we're nearing the end of the video. For technical reasons, I couldn't film more than 29 minutes. But you can see they're all doing a great job. Read the operating instruction, the manual that you get with your detector, know its limitations. They're all doing a great job. If you're paranoid like me, I would have several of the black models with me. I go to motels and stuff, and it's amazing what I find. It is amazing. Yeah. So anyway, this has been a great demonstration. All those detectors are doing a super job. They do have, the middle one has a peak value that, you know, later on you could push it and see what value it reached. They're doing a good job, and they're detecting carbon monoxide, but always read the operating manual that you get with whatever detector you see, and usually most of them don't register until about 30 or 35 or 40, whatever, but that's not bad either. But again, if you're like me, I have to have one that starts reading at 1. That's the black one on the left. It's about $140, maybe something like that. The middle one, I think, was 40 something. And the one on the right was maybe, I don't know, maybe a little less. It's less complicated, in the 30s. Goodbye.